Leona player, and it plays into the way that Impulse like to play the game. The hard engage, very long range engage as well. That could easily be on the table for bans for Team Liquid as well, I think.
I absolutely agree. He beat Cloud9 and TSM on Leona. We'll see if he can keep that trend going for himself here. And also, I mean, you talk about things that are predictably good, but also the first time good things. We saw Impact the first time on Kennen. Well, that went pretty nicely. The Karthus, 0 deaths, didn't even have a passive that game. XiaoWeiXiao had a great Karthus game up against Senpai, so
that's exactly the way that the perfect way that you can have the beginning of a Karthus game to actually get fed first 2 kills and free farming your lane. Karthus is not supposed to have a strong early game.
But he did, and it was glorious to watch. So Nidalee dropped away, Rumble, and the Lee Sin dropped off the map. Rek'Sai banned by Impulse, no Lysandra for Team Liquid as well. The Kennen, the Morgana, both these teams, I should say, shown to play that champion well. Still up here, and that is the ban.
So once again, the Lee Sin, Rush is such a big part of this team, just because he is also the shot caller for the team, but he's also the most aggressive person on the team, and he leads the way either to doom or to success for this team. And when he's on a champion that's not Lee Sin, that can't jump out after he jumps in, who doesn't have as much mobility as Lee Sin, which very few champions do have, something like Jarvan, who pretty much goes completely in when he EQs forward, he has gotten himself into some very poor situations playing aggressively when the rest of the team wants to play more farm style.
True.
We've already seen games where XiaoWeiXiao is just trying to farm his lane, and Rush tries to make a play nearby, and there's no follow-up. He's all by himself, and he starts to die over and over. So we'll see if Rush can temper his early jungling style, or if he gets the rest of the team on board.
With a name like Rush, it might be hard to slow down, but Lightning Rush is picked up here for Team Liquid, so Quas in the top lane, right back onto the Kennen. He's been favoring a whole lot recently. Now, we keep seeing Hecarim lose to ranged champions unless you can get some really special scenarios like Zion Spartan did yesterday. So instead they're saying, you know what, maybe not for now. We'll keep picking the champions that have been working. Rush gets Vi, and once again, 3rd time in a row, Adrian gets Leona.
Leona. I definitely knew they were going to have a high priority for it, but I did not expect a first pick for it. So they do not want to show anything here. Team Impulse, they want to save both of their solo lane picks till they see where this Kennen is going. Because as we've already seen, it can be flexed. Definitely not a more of a FeniX champion. Probably going to be a Quas champion. He's already used it, but the possibility is there. So
That's
Impulse
true.
don't want to take any chances. I want to see how it shakes out first.
Pull a Giants Gaming to get the team right and play it at 80 carry. Why the heck not?
Hey.
See what happens. Braum right now, the hover, and the question is, are they going to show much of their strategy, or are they not going to? Braum, a key defensive support, will keep people alive against ranged auto attacks quite nicely, and Dominate going to get his Jarvan.
Can keep people in place for Kennen ultimate setups.
Very true. It looks like that will be the situation. So building around Quas right now. Go build an arena and have Lightning Storm come across it. Have Slicing Maelstrom destroy everybody.
The combo with Kennen and Jarvan is fairly difficult to pull off sometimes, because you can't just have Jarvan jump in. It's not like Gnar. He can follow up wherever Jarvan sets up Cataclysm. Kennen sometimes has a problem working around the terrain as well. So if those guys do try and combo, they really have to be coordinated with their efforts. On the other side, though, Team Impulse, once again, lots of hard engage, long range from Leona, Vi, guaranteed hard engage, and holy moly, this front line.
Yeah, even the back line's kind of a front line here. Graves picked up.
This is a meat grinder from Team Impulse so far. They've got the grittiest of AD carries, the beefiest of front lines. This is a steamroller from Team Impulse so far.
I gotta say, I actually like them going back into the Leona, going back into the Maokai champions. That, were super popular at the very beginning. Stopped getting played a bit in the last week or two, but are right in the meta now for countering what people are doing. Where it's hey, big AoE teamfight teams, great. Pick a bunch of bruisers who survive the AoE burst. You wait out the cooldowns. A Maokai is going to keep the entire team alive. Then we'll do the back half of the fight and win it. So Impulse, I think, can look very good here.
Yeah, with the popularity of Kennen skyrocketing recently, I thought we would see an increase in knockbacks for teams playing against Kennen. The Jannas and the Gragas. of the world. But Impulse, they have nothing. They do not want to play around with knockbacks. They want to charge straight into it. Yeah. With the Maokai ultimate up, try and tank the damage. And just run right through Quas.
All right, well, speaking of running right through, though, Piglet is going to be nice and in the back line, able to run through after getting excited and getting a first kill. Jinx for Piglet. Mid Lulu comes in for FeniX, so just a nice sort of supportive mid laner. Now, the question to me is there's not that much burst to synergize with the Jinx Kennen start of the fight. They'll have to grind out a little bit here with the rest of this comp. And they ran out of damage, but Karthus comes in for Impulse to help clean up fights even farther. Yeah,
if it comes down to grinding, I do give the advantage over to Impulse with this squad. I think everybody's going to have their eyes on Piglet. And with Karthus locked in last for XiaoWeiXiao once again, if he gets a good early game, if he's able to freely farm, even if he doesn't get fed First Blood and, you know, like the miracle start for Karthus, it's still going to be really difficult, I think, to protect Piglet in this comp. But they've got a lot of tools to do that with. A solo lane Lulu, so the shields will be stronger. They also have Braum for support, can block a tremendous amount.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider this team as a disengaged Jinx-focused team, that comp makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
try to run through a Kennen, you're not. Try to run through a Jarvan Cataclysm, you're not. Try to run through Braum, you're not going to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't always have to use Kennen to charge forward and start out these team fights. Even we've actually seen him most effectively used as secondary engage, right? Coming in later. So we'll see if Quas decides to rush Zonias or go with the magic pen early.
We'll see if they go in or if they go out. Peter, the former coach of what was Team Impulse LMQ last split, and going to be doing battle here in this one. Now the games are about to get underway, so start sharing your votes. Tweet hashtag TLWin or hashtag TIPWin to @LOL Esports. We're going to see which way the fans are leaning in just a bit. Battle for the middle. Winner in sole possession of 4th place. Let's go.
Let's go. Onto the Rift again. All right. Let's see. We have one sweeper start for Rush here.
It's normal for him now. He's done that almost every game.
Let's see if they use it at all.
There's going to be a ward in their jungle. He's going to sweep it and then hide the lane swap.
Gold lead.
10 Gs, baby. Team Liquid will misplay, put 2 wards in the same spot, 20 gold. XiaoWeiXiao gets the trinket. He's going to see what FeniX is up to. And he lays waste to the ground. That was because of his dance, not the joke.
Yeah, I was going to say,
no,
really?
No, come on. No one laughs at my jokes.
You never get that reaction. All right. Chase that Yordle.
They're going to chase him across the map.
Dang. I thought you hated name puns.
Even I grown up my own jokes.
All right. Well, we did see the deep wards here from both squads. Very common for both teams. Who comes out ahead in that? I think Lulu could come out ahead in that if she just started spamming the laugh. She can win any emote spam battle. Yeah! Wow! Ooh, this is an interesting variation. Going to start the Gromp here. Let's see if Quas checks. Nope. Unbeknownst to Team Liquid or Quas.
They're not even lane swapping.
Nope.
He's just getting the jungle steal.
Impulse just helping out Rush with a very strong start here. On the weak start. He's going to sneak away this blue. And we'll see how much information Dominate has to work with. They know that he's not starting blue.
Yeah.
So he could either be starting his own red or Team Liquid side blue.
Wow, Rush taking a lot of this camp. So does he go for both small ones? He does. Okay, so he wants to full clear this.
Yeah, trying to efficiently clear it without taking very much damage.
Now, this does mean Impact doesn't get to do that Raptor start and get the free level 2. So the landing phase is actually a bit weaker than Maokai's normally is.
Yep,
in a 1v1.
Kennen didn't start any side camp either because he's very bad at it.
True.
So their experience will be even, but Maokai definitely accustomed to coming to lane with more potions.
And the early laning lead does go to Team Liquid right now. Leona, level 1, one of the worst supports in lane. Rush pulling it. Ooh, a bit too far back. Okay, it's okay.
That was...
Wanted to have smite in case someone did show up.
Yeah.
And that will be a level 3 Vi.
All right,
with
so
an
Dominate operating on the assumption that Rush started at his own red.
There was nothing on this jungle.
There was a cackle from the audience. You've been had, Jarvan. But yes, as we mentioned, he will not have the information whether it was a red start or a blue start. Now he wants to follow it up, though. You stolen from me.
Rush is low.
The Prince of Demacia does not let that go. Is he the Prince of Demacia?
Yeah.
I kind of guessed that. All right. His father's the king, so I just kind of assumed.
That's usually how that works, Kobe. And looks like Dominate, after all is said and done.
So he's going to hog the blues, whereas Dominate's going to be able to hog all the reds for the map. So Dominate will have more impactful gank, but Rush will be able to power clear if he wants. Maybe he ends up down on his bottom side, though. Never mind, he's out of potions. He'll probably back after he clears his own blue side.
XiaoWeiXiao tagged by Glitterlance.
Now, is he going to save that blue? Because last time he was on Lee Sin, he saved the blue to feed over early.
He didn't actually.
To XiaoWeiXiao. Oh,
no.
he didn't?
Yeah, he actually took it by himself just on the second clear.
Rude.
I know.
That is rude.
I know. What a jerk,
I'm even
right?
a jungler, and I think he should be giving that
wow.
mid-game blue over to Karthus. We'll see, though, if he takes up this second one just to refresh his blue, or if he lends some to XiaoWeiXiao. XiaoWeiXiao, though, got his Doran's ring, as well as the extra mana you get back for Karthus killing minions. So not struggling with mana issues.
It's true. So far, so happy. No crazy pressure in the mid lane. They've been trading blows back and forth, but they've each got a potion left regardless. That's fine. Bot lane, we're seeing Apollo get pushed around a little bit by Piglet. But so far, the Team Impulse bottom lane holding up against Xpecial. And Piglet, of course, as well. And many people said that the lane with Piglet was one of the best bottom lanes in NA. CLG saying it was the only bottom lane that really gave them trouble.
Before LCS started.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification. But so far, these lanes holding close to equal. 6 minion lead in the mid lane for Impulse doesn't mean much. Fan vote is with Team Liquid, despite these teams having equal records. And Impulse actually holding a very slight lead from the minion game as well. Rush is first to 5 among the junglers.
It's the flash Vi gank on a low health pre-6 Lulu. Doesn't actually decide to flash for it. If you do it while Lulu's in the middle of the lane, then he can guarantee a trade of flashes. However, valuing his own flash fairly highly, doesn't really commit to that mid lane gank, and will hand over the blue.
All right, so this time Rush
Nice
a bit more
guy.
of a bro. Yeah, 6-minute blue buff goes over to XiaoWeiXiao before his first recall. Quas recalls for a Blasting Wand and Boots and a Ward, and will TP into this lane. Now, this is something that Impulse should know about. He's only been gone for like 12 seconds, and he's got items. That was teleport.
I actually really like this from Quas. So he's probably very high percentage chance that he's going for the Rylai's Crystal Scepter early. It could be an Abyssal Scepter rush, but I'm going to put my money on Rylai Crystal Scepter just because they're aiming to use this Kennen more as a field that Impulse are going to have to run through, since Impulse, their whole team is out steamrolling ahead.
Well, speaking of steamrolling, though, Team Liquid wants the gank first. Nice dodge. Doesn't get knocked up by IWillDominate. But Impact will still have to flash and run away to survive.
Yeah, biggest show-up skill on Maokai players is how you use your Twisted Advance. If you're able to dodge with it, becoming untargetable. But yeah, I think it will be the Crystal Scepter rush just to make it that much harder for Impulse to get to Piglet. Rush is going to have a guaranteed path, but everybody else is going to have to follow in his wake. Right now, his path leads bottom lane, and XiaoWeiXiao is going to help out, at least get assists for this.
Early out with a blue buff. Piglet with exhaust on him will be first blood. Goes to Adrian. Now the target onto Xpecial. Adrian still has aggro. Dances it out. He's regenning. Last minion. Oh,
plenty of minions.
Okay,
there's two more.
I only saw one. I got really scared. Now they get out. So double kill in the bot lane.
And once again, it's coordination that Impulse are actually pulling off plays with. XiaoWeiXiao, I'm level 6, immediately recalling to base. There's no chance of Lulu stopping my ultimate. Gets off the double kill bottom. What a play from Impulse. I really like the early game plans from them. The last couple games, I think having Fly get over here and having the coach you know, live in with the team. They've finally started to gel together.
And XiaoWeiXiao starting the farm game. You just saw him a little bit ago, taking the Raptor camp down. Tier Catalyst giving basically infinite mana. And you can see his last inning on a turret. Pretty immaculate there. I don't expect him to lose much. And this scoreline will continue to improve. Now, that top lane gank did force Impact to recall before Catalyst. The man did not use teleport to get back to lane as TP was already down. Recalls again, sacrificing a wave to get that Catalyst. Team Impulse now with the TP advantage, all the same, feel like they can take this dragon. They might be right.
Pretty much the only weak spot for them is the top side of the map. I should be able to get this easily. Look at that
nice
chunk from XiaoWeiXiao with no ability power save for a Doran's ring.
It's got 48 from Rune's Masteries and that, so yeah, gets enough damage down. Of course, a lot of junglers cut magic resist glyphs for clear speed, and you kind of see the impact of that.
Good little glance there from FeniX, but doesn't look like XiaoWeiXiao will be slowed down this game. That is a bit of a blunder.
What a garbage can.
Now he's run away. He's going to flee the mid lane because he's so embarrassed.
He even missed the wolves. They stand still.
Well, he wanted to rush back.
It's those two.
Wanted to rush back to tank, Phreak. Give him a break.
All right, there we go. Got the casters. Good job, XiaoWeiXiao. You're back in this. Woo! Perfect wave kill.
Pop those zits.
Skittles is way friendlier.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what zits are like bright blue?
Karthus isn't an undead, though, so he has bright blue zits.
Ew.
Have you never played an undead in WoW?
I never die.
What does that have to do?
I don't bleed, so, you know, no blue comes out. I don't know. I didn't know where to go with that one.
XiaoWeiXiao sticking in that
nervous.
mid lane, though, as FeniX goes back to pick up some wards. This is one thing that I do always like to point out for all the laners picking up a bunch of wards for Team Liquid. Every single person has a ward in their inventory, plus the early sight zone completed. So Team Liquid have the wards to place. Now, can they buy the time to place them before they get killed?
Well, Quas could be the target. A lot of ultis burned onto him. He's going to get away with the flash. Looks like the answer is yes.
All right.
Couple ults traded. He's safe.
So Lush barely missing the Q there. Still not able to come out with the kill. And XiaoWeiXiao's second ultimate does go to waste. However, I do like that on cooldown pretty much. As soon as Requiem comes back up, they make a play on the map. This is how you want to use your globals. People are not accustomed to playing against the Karthus global. It's been such a long time since we've seen him in competitive play, or even in solo queue. People don't practice against Karthus very much.
That's true. Wow, repeated attempts by Impact to make a win, and actually he's getting some decent damage on the Quas, but the trade back, Quas not willing to be bullied around, gets a good chunk back. Catalyst will give Impact the regen advantage. Dominate gets the blue buff steal.
Good job by Dominate. Remembering the early jungle timings there. Because of the... Oh, is it going to be a dive, though? Because Rush has recently joined the scene. Dominate does not have any potions, so does not want to tango with Rush. Half health. Gonna have to abort mission here. He did not want to pull that one off and have it go poorly.
Hold on, he's on a ward.
Oh, he's got to hit this one.
Nice, the ulti lands, wow! Dominate did not see that one coming. Quick kill picked up by Impulse.
All right. Now he's going to stick around bottom as well. Quas gets tied up here with Impact. Quas is going for the Rylai's build, by the way. That health crystal going to turn into a giant spelt. But man, yeah, Dominate. Risky play sitting around there with half life. Unaware that he was on a ward. And the Leona pick once again from Adrian.
Yeah. Good ulti land, 1-0 and 2. Perfect kill participation by the support and jungler this game for Team Impulse. It's all been in the bottom lane, by the way. Top lane, you have seen Rush ganks, but Quas escaped them. And despite being ganked, Quas is winning in minions.
I'm very curious to see if Rush gave that Raptor over to XiaoWeiXiao just because he wanted to get an extra ward or something. Maybe he barely had extra gold to finish his Rod of Ages. Well, he gets a ward and a potion.
Does get a ward.
So he was just giving it to him for the sake of giving more money to XiaoWeiXiao. Felt bad that he missed those wolves.
I'll make it easy for you.
Giant raptor. So yeah, they just want to get him fed as soon as possible. XiaoWeiXiao again going with the super ramping build for Karthus. Both of the mana ramping items tier into Rod of Ages. He's going to spike really, really hard. And honestly, he's had plenty of control even building these ramping items.
Yeah. Well, we just haven't
That's the scary thing.
That is scary, but we just haven't seen anything from Dominate. He's 0-1-0.
Oh, we saw him die.
Great, okay. We haven't seen positive things from Dominate. Rush making a great double-clicking bottom lane with XiaoWeiXiao's ulti. Showed back up bottom lane, killed Dominate. Showed up top lane, made Quas kind of get pushed around a little bit. Showing up top lane again.
On not Lee Sin.
Yeah, true. Ulti comes in. They're trying to take this fight. Quas takes a big chunk of damage. Assault and Battery is up, which means they will take him down, but Dominate's here. Good flash by Impact, but he will likely still die. No, Impact still healing.
He went
Are you serious? They take him down. Oh, no way.
Well, that is just going to ruin your day. Dominate, very sad. Oh.
Happy birthday,
It's going to hit. It's going to... No!
Whoosh. There.
Ah.
There's the birthday
That
present.
was going to be the Piglet kill on Impact, too. Exactly what we were looking for this game. He said he was going to give him a birthday present. But delivery does not... Oh!
FeniX gets hit. Oh, nice knockup, but Exhaust is on. The flash is out. Apollo goes
deep.
in. He got slowed and didn't land the auto attack. Oh, that's rough.
Well, that's unfortunate for Apollo. However, Impulse still with a gigantic lead in this game. What a good early game for them. And plenty of control with both of the side turrets down. All attention turned towards mid here.
No rocket for Piglet.
No Requiem, so I don't know if they really want to force this one. Maybe they just grab some vision. Yeah, XiaoWeiXiao heading back. They definitely don't want to force it.
The thing is, most of these teams are missing all their ultimates.
Yeah.
It would be like a straight up auto attack and basic spell fight for the most part. Rush almost has his backup. Impact does.
They didn't see the full recall, so Impulse can still re-engage this if they want to try and trap him into pit.
Will they try? Gets the slow down. They look for something special with the disengage. Impact in the back line. FeniX in the back helping as well. The burst comes across. Who's going to be the first casualty? Apollo's exhausted and XiaoWeiXiao took aggro from Dragon and the kills start falling in. 2 for 0. Rush gets out. Piglet gets caught. Impact going to take down his teammate. Gives the kill over to Apollo here. 3-0 Impulse.
What a routing here. Impulse. Yeah, he could just easily clean up the Dragon and the turret after that. There is... I don't know how often we've seen this early of a lead, especially with a team that has Karthus on it. The late game does not get better for you.
No!
All right, well, let's take another look at it. Another barely missed Q here from Rush. So there still are definitely things that he can improve on with his Vi play. However, his general play for this game as a jungler definitely helping out a lot. Actually, the Cataclysm working against them in that Karthus was able to land multiple lay wastes. And it was simply grouping up there. Plenty of AoE damage coming from XiaoWeiXiao already, as well as Graves. Team Liquid able to answer with the counter shove mid, though.
That's nice. Off the recalls, they got that mid turret back, so not the worst thing in the world here. Now,
man, a double Rod of Ages team.
Yeah.
8-0 with this turret advantage.
I don't think it's actually Rod of Ages. He's going Catalyst into...
oh, he's going to go with the Righteous Glory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you stop and go for tank items afterwards, that's the build. So
yeah, probably.
Still tier and Roa, plenty of stacking. Even an early Avarice Blade for Apollo, so... Even the AD carry's got a stacking item.
Both of the AD carries have.
True.
Avarice Blades.
That's weird. Piglet could just straight up afford an Infinity Edge right now if he hadn't gotten Avarice Blade. I'm never a huge fan of the build for that reason, but if there's nothing to fight for, then it'll work out. Actually, I want to check if he would have been able to afford it for Dragon.
All right, I'll let you get back to your investigative journalism.
Yeah.
As
If he'd been able to recall, he could have.
Team Impulse, wow. Team Impulse, so they just, the one thing that I want to point out for them is that they put almost no priority on ward coverage. Now, thinking about the team comp, it does kind of make sense for the lane game, the laning phase, because the only moves they're going for have been rush, lane ganking with a Karthus ultimate. So they haven't needed many wards. They can use Requiem defensively if there's you know, a gank down bottom or something like that. But they've been very stingy with their early gold and spending any of it for vision coverage. Now that they have such a huge lead, I would definitely expect them to change their tune and put a little bit more emphasis on it. They do have double sight stuns.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And the upgraded trinket for impact as well, which seems to be common now for top laners to get that item in.
I guess they just bypass buying the single wards and they go for the Costco style, wait for sight stones and upgraded trinkets.
Yeah, buy in bulk. It's like you, instead of paying a subscription, you just pay all up in front. You get unlimited use out of it.
All right, well, let's see if they were able to finish this one out, because a very, very...
Oh!
I don't know if he really wanted to do that anyway.
That would have been bad.
Yeah. But they'll take the safer route. Good call there by the shot caller of Impulse.
Yeah.
Rush decides to short his Q.
Hold on, though. It's going to be the engage all the same. Impact forcing Xpecial to flash out after ulting.
What
the fight comes in. Oh, gigantic slicing Maelstrom. 1-for-1 so far. Piglet takes down Impact. But will his team fall? The answer might just be yes. 3-for-2 so far. The team forced to flash away. Impulse win another fight.
Even with Kennen teleporting into the center of your team, so much damage sustained earlier in the fight, Liquid not able to come out with another win. XiaoWeiXiao still deathless on Karthus. And obviously still highest CS in the game, as he's been fed jungle minions in addition to lane.
Which makes it all the more impressive that everyone else is still close by, within 30 to 40 minions in many cases.
All right, let's take another look here. See how much work Impulse do get done. So it's Impact who starts it off on Xpecial. That's the hardest member to burst down here through Unbreakable. And, you know, it was actually really good timing for Quas to get in there. He got everybody inside of his ultimate. I don't see a stun on Apollo, though. Maybe he presses W a little bit before Apollo is in the ult range. Graves firing the entire time that fight, by the way.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't think he ever got his Kennen stun on Apollo. So... unlucky, and maybe a missed W activation.
By the way, Piglet's dead right now. That was a kill that Apollo got. We'll be showing you that one in a second. So Impulse getting another kill in the cleanup after the fight. Piglet 1-3-1. Liquid still having a hard time with this new AD carry.
Everybody talks about the solo laners for Impulse and then Rush coming in, but Apollo, because he was already in the North American LCS under the moniker Wiz Fusion, and because he was on a team that didn't do very well, little to no hype for him coming in.
Yeah.
But this season has really been a breakout season for both Apollo and Adrian. But this bottom lane from Impulse, definitely underestimated by a lot of teams as well. And when he's got a huge advantage, he definitely knows how to press it. Rush here goes in.
Oh, wow. Perfect ulti off the knock-up. XiaoWeiXiao gets the kill, his second of the game. Rush played that actually perfectly.
All right, pings on Baron. Crowd is happy. They do have Karthus and Vi, both very good at taking early Barons.
And heck, a 2.5 item AD carry at 22 minutes. Pretty good at that as well. And here we go. Team Impulse started up. Apollo stays mid to keep attention. By the way, he chunked out IWillDominate, so good luck stealing. Karthus ult. Whoa! Just kills Dominate. Just outright dead. The jungler goes down basically from Fog of War.
More work from Apollo.
Impact takes the rocket. No Wild Turtle plays here.
Apollo 1v4 zoned their team and chunked Dominate low enough for a kill.
Yep. Pretty darn good. XiaoWeiXiao 3-0-6. Rush 309, got themselves Baron. Impact wanted to push on in, doesn't maybe want this one.
Just kidding. 2 solo laners versus 5. Not gonna happen, but
he pulled their attention, which means top lane goes down.
Able to zone them. Another turret. Another Giant chunk of gold. Man, Impulse don't even need any more gold.
But they'll take it.
Always. Always avaricious. Let's see here. Half of the life of this turret in the first wave. First cannon minion here.
We'll see how long they stay out. They have taken Baron buff and taken 2 kills and not recalled since then. Team Impulse sitting on more gold than Ron Swanson, looking to push down into the inhibitor. Turret will go down first, then the fight starts, but Dominate instantly blows up. There's no follow-up. Quas does not want that battle.
And this is just what you see when we have these steamrolled style comps from Impulse. When you get this far ahead, you cannot stop it.
No.
It will run straight through your base, through your turrets, over your head.
Yep. And you notice the timing by Impact as well. He goes in when the turret's going to die.
Yeah.
Like right as it's
they
going
don't
to
even
die.
have to take turret damage because they take it down so quickly.
Yep.
But it's just because they're so far ahead at this point.
Oh, of course, but it's still very good play by them.
Yeah.
Team Impulse happy to control the map, and Team Liquid really not split pushing to separate this comp. It was almost the exact same team comp last time we saw Team Impulse play when they took out on Cloud9, if I remember correctly. And Cloud9 were at least able to split push and get some objectives back. Team Liquid sitting on 1 turret, 2 kills, and no dragons.
Very, very, very few options for Team Liquid at this point. Karthus now, fully stacked Rod, transformed Seraph. Zanya's even completed. So he can keep his deathless spree on Karthus, even flashing into the team fight now.
You know, I do have to say I'm impressed with Team Liquid's really big resurgence. Getting into week 5, they had a 4-loss streak. Now if you count this game in with Team Liquid, if they win it, they've won 4 of their last 5. The last half of the split.
Oh, you mean Impulse? Yeah.
Sorry, Impulse. I keep doing that, don't I?
No biggie.
Yep. Well, I guess Impact as well would have that same score. So, you know, one and the same here. But Impulse certainly looking like one of the best teams in North America for the last 2 weeks running. We'll see if they can continue that into playoffs. They're almost certainly guaranteed a spot there as they pick up some more wins. Knock up the engage happens under the turret. Will this fight actually begin? Quas still not engaging, but Rush does go down. 1 for 0. Quas ults but dies to Apollo. Turret's going to go down. 1 for 1 and into the base they go. Hard dive by Adrian. He's got to kind of respect these turrets here.
All right,
maybe
no
not.
respect.
Xpecial. 1 hit goes down. Double kill for Apollo. Turret goes away. Inhibitor goes away. The rocket not going to mean a kill. Team Liquid still forced inside their base, and that is double inhibitors down.
XiaoWeiXiao with the zoning Requiem. Able to run Team Liquid back into their fountain, and the TIP chants come through. Have started hearing these.
Yeah.
Fairly recently.
And you got a lot of fan favorites on this team, a lot of incredibly skilled players, and now the team putting in great results.
Yeah, it's an exciting play style, too. It's very easy to get behind. Visually enjoyable to have a 5-man brawler squad, steamroll opponents. And they even made, plays, cross-map plays. So once again, the coordination with the Requiem's early game to get them this lead. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is one where they actually do tank the turret the entire time here. Rush dies from it, tanking it the whole time, but it actually costs Quas his life as well. And you can see they do have the capability at this point in the game to tank an entire turret during a team fight. They're either tanking 1 or 2 Nexus turrets or the inhibitor turret the entire time they were fighting all 5 members.
It's incredible to me that Team Impulse are diving turrets this whole time and yet have only died 3 times total. That they're facing, they're fighting like essentially like 5v6s and not dying for it.
And remember, these are not weak turrets. These are the turrets that penetrate 82% of your armor.
It's 27 minutes in. You don't kill inhibitors this fast, but Team Impulse certainly does. 22-minute Baron helps that a little bit. On to their 3rd inhibitor this game now. 17 kills strong. Rush wants to go in. Solar Flare lands quite nicely. There's the dive onto the back line. IWillDominate the first casualty. Rush, though, taking a whole bunch of pain, but it's already 3 for nothing so far. Rush actually gets away with his life just for now. 4 kills picked up. XiaoWeiXiao continuing to be massive. The tank's not dying. FeniX, the only man left alive. Sub 30 minutes, one of the fastest this split. And Team Impulse absolutely dismantles Team Liquid. And the curse is broken. Team Impulse, sole control of 4th place.
And well-deserved. Nice execution this game. Congratulations to Impulse and Impact. I can't decide what I like more, the meat grinder or the steamroller. I keep waffling back and forth.
I like meat grinder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More graphic, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because I do have to tank hits to do it. A steamroller just like flattens you and nothing happens. You feel like there was no resistance.
That's true.
The meat grinder like tanks turrets and still wins. It's brutal and rough, and it happened here. Team Impulse 21-3. They knocked down Team Liquid. Piglet's record with the team falls to 1-5 with Team Liquid. They thought it was going to work out. They fought tough opponents, to be fair, but 7-7, tied for 5th with Team 8. Team Impulse in sole control. They are 1 win. Let's see, 8 wins. CLG and Cloud9 both have 9 wins. So Impulse 1 game away from 2nd place. They're looking at making a push for a playoff bye. Team Impulse even plays CLG at the end. You could really see Team Impulse up there in the top of the standings. It's a real possibility.
Yeah. And how can you not get behind a team that has XiaoWeiXiao on it? What a lovable guy. Level 16 in this game, the only level 16 in this game. 2 levels up on FeniX, his lane opponent. Outfarmed everybody.
And you know, as we go into the back half as well, just talking about the players, talking about their races and whatnot, because it's interesting to me. Strength of schedule matters a lot. They've already played Cloud9 and TSM. By the way, they beat them both. So they've got, they just played Team Liquid, beat them too. All the tough opponents have been bested by Team Impulse. By current record, especially against current opponents, Team Impulse are the best performing team in the North American LCS.
That's why the jockeying for a position in the playoffs is going to be really important, because even though they are fairly low in the standings, you got to look at the effectiveness against really strong teams.
Yeah. Well, they're 2 games behind TSM, I think, unless TSM got another win and I'm like miscounting. But they're, again, only 1 game back from 2nd place. Team Impulse, a lot of hype behind these guys now. Since week 5, they've been taking names incredibly well. They've been crushing their opponents. They found a team fight style that works for them. Again, this is still a team, by the way, that plays in like 3 languages. Right, none of them are all fluent in the same things. Not really. Rush Force shot call.
They have obviously enough to communicate. They have Requiem available.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make a play somewhere on the side?
Green dot on the side. Yeah,
I can add damage.
I mean, you'd think there'd be so many things stacked against Team Impulse, and yet here they are, 5 weeks now, 7 weeks in. They've found a way to make it work. 2-0 this week. Team Impulse looking great.